Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Shivani Sood, the director founder Shivani Ayurveda, and it's my pleasure to introduce my students who have been in the course of Ayurvedic Consultant Course Level 1 and the changes they have brought in their life. Because I think deep within us, when we find the right way and guidance, we all are capable of moving our life from where we are to where we want to be. So, let me introduce you today, Kinga, who has her special journey from the bank to being a yoga teacher to Ayurvedic consultant. So she has changed her life tremendously. Hello. Hello, Kinga. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Hello, Dr. Shivani.
Yeah,
Nice to nice to having me. No.
yes, I'm so glad to have you here. And, your story is inspirational. Tell us a little bit more about, how you changed your life and what happened in your life, so that we can all hear the story of moving back to being healthy and happy.
So my story is like this. I'm the one who is very interested, has been always interested in healthy lifestyle and holistic medicine. I'm a yoga teacher, as you mentioned, and I used to work in the bank for many years. But I came to the point that this is not what I wanted to do. And by the way, I burned out, and it was a very difficult time for me. I was very lost. I didn't know what to do with myself that time, but I knew that I want to do something completely different. So I went Yoga Shivananda Center in Berlin, and I lived there for 1 year with monks in a very deep spiritual practice. And after this, I went to India, basically to do panchakarma treatment in your clinic in Baksu. And yes, and I stayed there for a few months to figure out what I wanted to do in my life, because I was really lost, and it was very difficult to me to make a decision in which way I want to go in my life. So I was really, really lost. And then we started to have a consultation together, and it was amazing because you suggested me to do ACOC level 1, so basic consultant. But I remember that it was very funny for me because I knew Ayurveda before. Actually, I was trying to practice Ayurveda for 7 years because I did Ayurvedic consultant course level 1 already, but nothing much changed in my life. So when you mentioned to do it once again, I remember that I was like, oh my God, why should I do it once again? Because I did it already, so why should I do it level 1? And gladly, I decided to do this, and everything changed that time. It was very amazing for me, and now I'm completely in a different point of my life.
So,
Yeah.
so many people, I also suggest them when I'm doing the consultation or coaching, because even with 50 sessions of coaching, we cannot reach where we are with ACOC 1. It has a lot
Yeah.
of information inside. And of course, at times, you need to kind of, when the time changes, Ayurveda needs to change accordingly to the time to help you take your current decisions. And you're doing the same like me. You're using Ayurveda now to take your decisions, looking at your doshas, looking at your body type, looking
Exactly.
at the health, with a complete angle of any decision and what impact it will bring, and less judgment on your side, less judgment towards
That's the
your
point.
side. Like really relaxing and trying to understand the situation. And definitely there has been great progress in you. Not only your health has improved, but with the mind, you're going back to teach yoga, you're back to your hometown, from almost being to the point of really away from it 1.5 years, right? So
Yes.
it is all your hard work, and the motivation to heal, which healed you. But what do you think, like specifically in level 1, did you like? What is that? What specifically in the level 1 was useful for you?
Well, for sure, level 1 ACOC level 1 is the course which gives you this very practical approach. And I remember that because I had this knowledge before, I was very surprised when I was able to find the right tool from the ACOC one to help myself in the current situation. So it's very, very practical, and there is a lot of tips which helps you straight away, and which I love was this psychological part, which helps me to deal with myself and with my mind, which I didn't able to handle before, even knowing Ayurveda.
Yes. So what aspects were you studying in Ayurveda before? You know, like what were the aspects you said, because it didn't bring in, nothing much changed was your word. So like what did you study in Ayurvedic course before? You know, I just want to know, like in brief, like what's the difference? Because, you know, from outside, it's hard to judge, you know, like everybody says, I know Vata, Pitta, Kapha. And I still invite them. I said, you have to do the one, because we go deeper into seeing things and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes.
What can you say about it?
Well, we focus basically on nutrition and the daily routines. So I had the feeling that it was general, but I didn't have that feeling that I can just choose things which can help me, as I said,
Decisions of
in
your
the
life.
right way. Yes.
Right.
So, and it was, I think that psychological part, which is very essential for me, was kind of missing in that course.
Right.
I mean, it was mentioned, of course, it was mentioned about this subject, but it was not so deep in your course.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I think like when we go deeper and when there's personal guidance, you know, which is the part of all the online courses I have, is like I personally work with every student, because they must get the right information for themselves. You know, if they study the whole course and they don't know what to do for themselves, it might feel like you're really lost. So I really love this part of, you know, talking to every student of mine in ACOC 1, so that we can find out the right way for them. Well, and what do you think about the future of being a consultant, like basic consultant you are today? Because, you know, I have something to tell you. Kinga has done already, last time when I met her, 11 consultations, right? And people are asking her for advice, and she's not yet done the second level, but within the structure she can tell you a lot about yourself. So how do you feel about consulting, basic consultation? Do you think people know about really their proper structure about what they are born as and how they are now? Because, you know, you've been consulting people.
I wanted to also say, according to this question, that the difference between this course and the course which I've done many years ago is that when I finished the first one, I was not able to do the right consultation. So completely. I had the knowledge, beautiful knowledge, which actually it was mind-blowing, but I was not able to, you know, take someone and do the consultation. It was very hard for me that time. But now, after ACOC 1, this is much more easier. I can see the structure of the, you know, session, and it's very easy. For me, it's very easy right now to analyze what is happening, you know, in the
Person's life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's much more easier, and I know how to help people in the basic level, how to tell them and how to analyze the body type and find the right nutrition to just help them, right?
And to help them get the whole picture together, right? Not like
Exactly.
just fragments.
Exactly.
So you also found it out, like when you were doing consultation, that many of the people knew Ayurveda but didn't know the structure of seeing themselves properly?
Yes. So, and also now I also know how to read the mind. It's very, very, very interesting. I also know how to read, tongue, which is unbelievable, and see, what is happening inside the body, just observing the tongue.
So yes, that's my point of saying that just knowing the words doesn't mean you know Ayurveda. And always I ask my students also, who did some other courses, can you resolve your everyday life and current situations? Can you take the right decision? And mostly the answer was no, because they knew Ayurveda, they knew their problems, and they knew some lifestyle and food from Ayurveda, but they didn't know how to connect all and put psychology inside and make one plan to heal. So
This is actually my example, because I knew Ayurveda before,
yes.
and I put myself to the situation when I burn out, and I was not able to handle this somehow. But now I can observe myself, and I can see exactly what kind of mistakes I was making,
Yeah.
and now I really know what should I avoid, because this is something what harms me even more, or doesn't serve me, and what things I should implement to my life. And this is
Exactly.
what I'm doing, and I can see exactly how I changed. And this is unbelievable that after 2 months of studying Ayurveda once again, after many years, now I finally know how to use it in a proper way.
Yeah, it's always the same, first we get the basic information, but because this course is made on extract of working, it understands the common daily thought clutters we have, and you're no
Yeah.
longer afraid of those clutters. You're like, okay, here's it, I'll resolve it now. And once you go into that confident mode of saying that
Yeah.
I'm going to handle this, the problems pop away like bubbles. They're like, oh,
Exactly.
she is bigger than me, she can handle me, there's nothing I can do to scare her, I better get resolved. So that's really a nice track. And I love the fact that you're not scared to offer your advice, and you should not be scared as a basic consultant to offer your advice, because very clear structure on what you're going to offer, and many people don't know this. So continue your good work about consulting people, because you have done the course brilliantly, and passed with really nice marks and done the exams in a proper way. So I wish you good luck in the field of Ayurveda, and keep
Thank you.
continuing working on your health, because if you're
I
going to
will
stay,
definitely.
yes, because you're going to stay healthy and happy. And this is our signature style of the program, that I wish to see all the consultants happy and, with a peaceful mind smiling. And this way we all are interconnected and helping people to do the same worldwide.
Yes. Yes, I'm very glad to do this course, because I can see the big change in my life. And the fact that we are talking right now, and I'm having interview with you in English, this is a huge change.
It is.
Yes,
It's great.
really.
You're opening up to your story. You're opening up to the fact that changes can happen, and you're going to handle your life. You're announcing it basically, that you're going to take care. That's a big step,
Yes, yes.
isn't it?
It is. It is really big step for me, and I'm very glad about this, and I'm very happy also. And I also noticed that I was thinking about it a few days ago, that before I was really anxious about the future, but now it's really different.
Yes.
I'm not so anxious about the future, and I'm smiling even more than I used to. And this is because of Ayurveda, and this is the beauty of this knowledge.
Great. Great. Thank you, Kinga, for joining us and inspiring others to take care of their health. And I wish you good luck.
Thank you so much.